everyone. My name is Zhichao Lu. Today, on behalf of my co-authors, I will take the opportunity to share with you our CVPR work of MUXConv, information multiplexing in convolutional neural networks. When we visualize the progress of CNN architectures chronologically, we notice an increasing trend of one-by-one convolution replacing the regular spatial convolutions, for example, 3x3 convolution. Also, when we look at different metrics that potentially quantify the complexity of network models, for example, number of parameters of flops, we notice that trade-off exists among these metrics, meaning that being efficient in one of them doesn't necessarily lead to being efficient in another. These observations make us to think, first, is one-by-one convolution the ultimate way to trade off model performance and efficiency? When we look at the two axes of the information flow in the convolution layer, one-by-one convolution is one extreme case that info is only flowing between channels, while depth-wise convolution is another extreme that info is only processed spatially. In this work, we aim to find one compromised solution in between. Secondly, can model size and efficiency along with the accuracy be simultaneously improved? In this work, we aim to answer this question by putting them as separate objectives to be optimized using neural architecture search. As a quick overview, this work introduces a new layer named MUXConv, which consists of spatial and channel multiplexing to increase the flow of information between space and channels, with the goal to obtain an CNN model that is smaller in size, more efficient in compute, and do so without the loss of accuracy. The spatial multiplexing in MUXConv has two operators. First, the subpixel operator that decomposes the spatial information in one feature map to smaller feature maps along the channel axes following a fixed pattern. Second, the superpixel operator that recombines feature maps along the channels to a single feature map using the same pattern. With these two operators, the spatial multiplexing works as follows. It processes a subset of the input features at higher resolution via superpixel and another subset at a lower resolution via subpixel. These processed features are then concatenated together at the same resolution. Please note that we use group-wise convolution instead of depth-wise convolution. To analyze the impact of spatial multiplexing in isolation, we replace the depth-wise convolution in MUXNet v2 with the spatial multiplexing convolution, where we observe that spatial multiplexing consistently improves accuracy at different model size scaled by width multipliers, and particularly effective in lower flops region. To understand the channel multiplexing, let's consider the existing block design in CNN models, where we have the original residue block, the residue bottleneck block, and the inverted residue bottleneck block. Our channel multiplexing differs from the inverted residue block in the sense that only a subset of the input channels is processed at a time, and the processed and unprocessed information are mixed together before propagating to the next layer, as shown here in the figure to the right. To understand the impact of channel multiplexing, we use MUXNet v2 again and compare with the existing methods, including scaling the width multiplier and the input resolution, where we clearly see channel multiplexing outperforms both methods in cases of flops to accuracy and parameter to accuracy. To realize the full potential of MUXConv, we use neural architecture search to optimally configure its hyperparameters. For an CNN architecture, we first divide the blocks into 4 stages, where each stage and block type may have different hyperparameter settings. The first block in each stage, named reduction block, downscales the feature maps by 2. These hyperparameters are then encoded using a string of integer values indicating the choices, and concatenated together following the stage order. To simultaneously optimize for accuracy, model size, and efficiency, we use penalty boundary intersection method to scalarize the 3 objective problem to a set of subproblems of single objective. Then we use an evolutionary algorithm to solve these subproblems jointly. To make the search more efficient, We supplied a few preferences as reference points to guide the search to only focus on finding models that are close to these preferences. Please refer to the paper for more details. We applied a search on ImageNet and showed the performance of the searched architectures. Here we compared the top one accuracy with both model size in terms of number of parameters and model efficiency in terms of flops. We observed that our model, MUXNet shown in red, outperforms previous models in parameter to accuracy while matching flops to accuracy with current state-of-the-art on the mobile setting. We then apply our MUXNet to Cypher 10, Cypher 100, and the ChestX-Ray 14 datasets under standard transfer learning setup, where we again observe that our model outperforms most previous model in both parameter to accuracy and flops to accuracy on all three datasets. We further evaluate the generalization ability of our MUXNet to ImageNet v2 dataset and robustness to image degradation on ImageNet C dataset, where in both cases, we find our model performs competitively against existing models. To summarize, this work introduces MUXConv, a new convolution layer to improve the information flow between space and channels. It comprises of two main operators, namely the spatial and the channel multiplexing. Empirically, we observed that MUXConv leads to architectures that significantly outperform other mobile architectures in model size while being equivalent in accuracy and model efficiency on ImageNet. Similar trends are also observed in transfer learning, generalization, and robustness to image degradation. Thank you.